Okay guys, thanks for tuning in. This is going to be my final video for this weekend, and it's kind of the best of the rest. Other fights that have caught my eye, and fights that I really want to comment on, but I don't really want to make a video for each of them, and I thought I'd combine them into this one video because I think I can get everything out I want to say about them. So without further ado, the first fight is Rigondeaux going up against Joseph Agbeko. This is for the WBA and WBO super bantamweight titles, which Rigondeaux obviously owns. He's established himself as the best guy in the division at the moment after beating Anita Donaire. You know, you really can't go any other way than Rigondeaux in this fight. I think the only other guy I still give a chance against Rigondeaux is Donaire because he has something about him. He has something special. You know, he has skills. He's quick. He has that punch in him that can end fights. And for me, while Agbeko is you know, he got to the final against Agbeko in that round robin tournament, or that tournament they had at bantamweight, super bantamweight. I think Agbeko's more of a conventional style boxer. You know, he's good as a conventional style boxer. He's pretty competitive, even at world level, with guys like Agbeko. And I think that there's nothing really special about him that tells me he's going to win this fight. And I think he's going to get outboxed at the very minimum. I wouldn't be surprised if Rigondeaux can finish this fight because he has very good body punching. And he's a very good boxer, master boxer at the moment. And I think that, you know, it's either going to be a wide decision on the scorecards for Rigondeaux, or it's going to be a stoppage at some point later on, probably. But either way, I think Rigondeaux wins the fight. You know, just quickly mention, we've got Scott Quigg, who's now world champion from the UK, and also Carl Frampton from these shores, who I rate extremely highly. And I think if he keeps going the way he's going, Carl Frampton is going to be definitely, he's one of those guys that I rate that highly to say that I think in the future he can be a major contender against guys like Rigondeaux. I think his timing is absolutely impeccable. You know, I was really sceptical over Frampton when he first came through. You know, he was early in his career and we had Barry McGuigan hyping him up. I really took my time and I didn't really think that much of him to begin with. I thought he's not really facing good opponents. But the last couple of fights, I've really seen things in him that I think are really natural gifts, natural strengths. Timing is impeccable. Maybe you do, but I don't think people fully appreciate the timing skills, in particular, of Carl Frampton. Scott Quigg is very good at it as well, but Frampton takes the medal for me. He's really good at it, and I think that that will only be apparent to people as his career goes on and he shows us what he can do. But I'm noticing it early now. I realise it right now. He didn't need to prove anything in that department to me. Very good variety of punches, very good body punches, breaks people down, just knows what he's doing in the ring. Just gives me that impression. So watch out for Frampton. He's definitely, I'd say, going to be a world champion at the very least. So, you know, moving on, Paulie Malignaggi going up against Zab Judah. Going to be a Brooklyn local rivalry. Could be very exciting, to be honest with you. In this fight, I'd say it's either going to be a draw or it's going to be Malignaggi by decision. Zab Judah's got some power, more than Malignaggi, in my opinion. He's got the chance of the stoppage of hurting Malignaggi. But I think Malignaggi's a more well-rounded fighter and he's less unpredictable. He's more consistent. The problem with Judah is which Judah's going to turn up and what's his frame of mind going to be. I guess he's going to be pumped up for this fight, being in Brooklyn, hometown, against another guy from the same area. It's going to be potential fireworks. And two guys, you know, who are skillful fighters and can put a good show on. But I'd say draw or Malignaggi by decision. But we'll see how that one goes. So, you know, see if you can tune in for that one. It could be a good watch. Next up, Devin Alexander is putting his title on the line against Sean Porter. You know, I'm not really sold on Sean Porter. He's decent, a decent boxer. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't think he's going to have what it takes to beat Alexander. One thing I'll give to Devin Alexander is he has impeccable hand speed. You know, he has lightning hands. He's skillful. I think it'd be very difficult for Porter to win a boxing match. The chance for Porter in this fight for me is going to have to be walking through Alexander's punches, because to me Alexander doesn't have the kind of power he just doesn't have the power. You know, I've said it before. His punches don't have power. He has to catch you with the right. He's the type of guy who has to catch you with the exact right punch to hurt you. And I think that Porter's best chance is early on to walk down Alexander, walk through his punches. And the thing with Porter is he's got this rugged style as well. He looks like he can war it out inside. If he gets close and starts throwing some good body punches, walk through the shots of Alexander, make it rugged, make it tough, make it uncomfortable for Alexander, really take him off the plan, don't let him get a rhythm, don't let him stay outside, take away that hand speed, Porter can do some damage. He's got a chance in this fight. This is what I would advise him to do. You know, walk through the punches. We saw it against Lee Purdy. You know, Purdy took a lot of shots, and other guys would have stopped Purdy. Purdy would have been on the floor ages ago. But with Alexander, he was able to just stay there and take these shots. It's like, you know, that's one real weakness of Alexander is his power, in my opinion. And I think that that's something Porter needs to exploit if he's going to win this fight. Because I think outside, I think Alexander will be too quick for him. He'll be too skilled for him, too mobile. And I think that the hand speed wins the day. I think he's just going to pick off rounds. And I think Alexander wins this one by decision. Finally, Saki Obika going up against Anthony Dirrell. You know, it is a joke that Andre Ward was stripped of this title, in my opinion. I mean, why would you not want one of the best pound-for-pound fighters, and clearly by a wide margin the best fighter in the division? Why would you not want him to have your title, to represent your organisation? I really don't understand it. But as it is, Saki Obika ends up getting this title. And, you know, fair play to Bika. He's beaten who's been put in front of him. He's done the job. And here he's up against an unbeaten guy in Anthony Dirrell. You know, Dirrell, not as quick and sharp as his brother, in my opinion. More powerful. You know, his game is power. I believe he's going to have a height and reach advantage in this fight. And I think he's going to have a bit of a size advantage about him. And he really needs to, you know, try and implement that jab, and then try and set up for those power shots. The thing is, Bika's pretty sharp. I think Bika could actually be a bit quicker than Dirrell, if that's not too much to say. And I think that, you know, Bika likes a war. He can be very dirty. He can play tactics. He really wants to. He's pretty good on the outside as well. He comes in quite quick and he can land some good shots. The thing is with Bika, he tends to not really throw combinations and follow up on that. I think it's sort of a one-time thing. But, you know, you tend to see with Dirrell, you think he could be on the outside and he could be sort of like trying to do the whole Larry Holmes thing and control from a bit of distance, but he ends up getting caught on the inside. He ends up being drawn in, something Bika may try in this fight, and to make it very difficult on the inside, make it a bit of a war. You know, the thing is, when you come in close with guys in fights, it's always more difficult for judges to score. You're always putting yourself at a bit of a disadvantage if you're not naturally really an inside fighter. About, you know, what do the judges see then? You know, because there's arms everywhere, there's short punches they don't see, and, you know, if you're going up against a guy like Bika who can play all the tactics in the book, he's going to make it very difficult for you to get a decision. You know, so I'll go with Saki Obika by decision, but I really think Dirrell has a really big chance here. I think Anthony Dirrell, he's unbeaten. He could really, this is his best shot at the moment. If you're super middleweight and you want to win the world title, I'd probably go Saki Obika way. You know, I really would suggest that, and I think Dirrell's got a really good chance here. But the question is, can he pull it out the bag against a seasoned veteran who knows what he's doing in the ring and play these tactics? It's going to be very difficult for him. It's going to be an interesting fight. You know. There was something else I was going to mention, and it's gone from my head. I'm trying to think what it was. Nope. Okay, I can't remember. Maybe in the next video. Anyway, they're the fights I wanted to cover. They're the fights I wanted to mention. Enjoy the fights on the weekend, guys. Let me know what you think of any one or all of these fights. They're the ones that I picked out that I thought were quite, you know, interesting and sort of, you know, caught my eye. And, you know, enjoy the fights on the weekend. This is Boxbred, I'm out.